Hello, it's Karen here, Casina, and this is a quick video. Yes, just to let you know, I got my manual for my Zelda game that I picked up about 2 weeks ago now, I think it is. If you don't know what happened, I bought it about 2 weeks ago, and cost me £12, and when I got home, I know I should have checked beforehand, but they never said at the counter there was no manual, and cue me going, no, I want a manual. And I went back, and I thought, you know, they'd be really nice about it and either give me one with a manual, or failing that maybe a refund, or you know, letting me get something else, because I really like my games with manuals, but they were rather pompous and supercilious about it, and made me feel like I had two heads, and you know, like they were talking to a non-gaming child that wanted to buy, like, you know, Mario for the Wii. Not putting down Mario, of course, but you know what I mean. So, you know, and I've been back about, I think, twice, and you know, they didn't have the manual, and the second time I went, they didn't have a manual, and I got a blooming lecture about manuals being the thing of the past, blah blah blah. So, and I'm like a dog with a bone, and it's like, I'm going to get this manual if it kills me. So just before I went to work this afternoon, I thought, I'm going to pop in there. So I did, and actually it was the same guy that I dealt with the first time I went in, who was a bit of a knob. Sorry, but he was, and I was ever so nice. I said, excuse me, have you got your manual in? And he barely said a word to me. He just went over to the cabinet behind him, had a little rummage, and lo and behold, he appeared with manual, and I said, thank you very much, goodbye. And yeah, there's the manual. It's got a bit of a black mark on it, like CEX has now, actually, in Sutton. You got a black mark, but anyway, yeah, I'm not going to kick up about that. I mean, you know, I'm just delighted, and you know what, it's a lovely colour manual, if you can see. So, you know, I know it's not the be all and end it of a game, you know, but I'm a completist. I do, you know, I do prefer if I can get my games with a manual on. You know, older games, if you can get them in the box. If you can't, you can't. But something that's a bit newer, you know, I really do like getting a manual. So I'm very happy about that. I feel all victorious. I feel like, you know, that music that you get, you know, when you finish the level in that game Peggle, and the fireworks go off and it goes do, 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 do. I feel like that should happen now because I got my manual. Honestly, I'm such a geek, I'm really excited. So after that, all joy and happiness, and the fact that I got paid today, whoopee, I skipped over to Game Station, as I'm not going to darken CEX's doorstep. Well, not that one anyway, I will darken other ones. I skipped over to Game Station, and I picked up a few games for yes, I didn't pick up any PS2 games, by the way. I picked up 4 Xbox 360 games, which, you know, I really now have to pick up a new Xbox 360, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 games, and then I've got these that I haven't actually played yet. I've bought them, but I haven't played them because I haven't had nothing to play them on. And they were doing a 2 for £10 deal, and I, you know, can't resist these little bargains, and yeah, they're all right. They're not outstanding, and the first 2 I got is Battle Fantasia, and it says on the back, cue me putting me goggles on, an all new fighting game from the creators of Guilty Gear. And you know, Guilty Gear was a good fighting game, wasn't it? And it looks really proper Japanese, do you know what I mean? Proper Japanese styly, and so I think that's really and it's got the manual. Sorry, I'm all excited because I'm really looking forward to playing this. And this has got a lovely colour manual as well, by the way, which I really like that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to giving that a go when I finally get my new Xbox. So that's Battle Fantasia. I picked up this one as well, Way of the Samurai 3. Now, I had Way of the Samurai 1 or 2, I can't remember now, on the PS2, and it was absolute cack. I know that because I don't have it anymore, and I don't really get rid of my PS2 games, but I certainly don't have that anymore. Didn't like it. However, I was kind of swayed by the look of it. It looks rather nice, to be honest, and it sounds a bit more open worldy, raw, kind of bit of role play-ish. You can wander around the town and meet people and have little chats, and you know, it sounds nice. However, I don't know how it plays. I don't know if it plays like a brick or if it is vastly improved. But I thought, for for a £5, I thought it wasn't too bad. So I'm going to give it a go, and hopefully it'll turn out to be quite good. And then I got 2 more for £10, and actually the second game I got was actually 2 for £20, but it was on the wrong shelf, and when I went to pay for it, and talk about difference in shops, they actually charged me the 2 for £10 because I go in there so much, they know me. He charged me 2 for £10 as instead of pointing out, no, sorry, you can't get that because it's a £20 and that's a 2 for 10, which is really nice, isn't it? So it's not funny. I got really bad customer service 2 weeks ago, and then I get really nice customer service, so that's cheered me up no end. Well, the first one I got was the 2 for 10, and it's Rise of the Argonauts. And I know this isn't meant to be great either, but it's an RPG, and it's set like in the Argonaut time. That's not a time, is it? But you know what I mean. It's that kind of sort of mythical era. And I love that film, Jason and the Argonauts, and that type of thing. You know that film? That's the film where the skeletons get up and fight? I love that scene. Isn't it Raymond Hauser? Didn't he sort of do all that sort of animation in those films? Sinbad and Jason and the Golden Fleecy and all that stuff. So I'm heavily influenced by that, really. So that's why I picked it up, because when I was a kid I loved Jason and the Argonauts, and I loved Sinbad and the Voyage, or whatever you call it. So I don't know again how that plays, but I'm actually looking forward to putting that in. And the last game I got, as I said, I paid 2 for 10 for this, and they very nicely gave it to me, even though it was says 2 for 20, and it's Nier. And I've actually heard quite good things about this game. It's meant to be more of an action role player game, and I like that sort of thing. And I have to say, looking at the back, the graphics look pretty nifty. So I think I might quite enjoy this. I mean, it's a sort of game, I think it kind of passed under the radar, as a lot of games do, don't they? I mean, they release so many games that, you know, there's only so many games that can kind of be contenders and winners, which is unfortunate at times, because there are some really good games sometimes that slip under the radar and really deserve a lot more recognition. I don't know if this is one, but I know that it's been recommended by quite a lot of people, and I've heard people on YouTube kind of big it up. So I'm hoping it's going to turn out to be one of those games. So I picked that up. And lastly, I picked up a Wii game, which I don't do that often. I do own a Wii, but I don't use it that much, although I will be playing my Twilight Princess. But I mean, it's mainly for, you know, when my niece comes round or when there's people round. But I picked up Big Beach Sports. Now, my mum owns a Wii. She got one at Christmas, and I actually picked this up for her, this game, and plus a couple other things. And just thought, you know, it's a sort of sporty type thing, and it turned out to be really good fun. Really enjoyed it. We were all, do you know what we were playing on it? It's got beach cricket on it, and that sounds like, oh, how boring is that, but it's really good fun. We kept playing the beach cricket, and I loved it to death. So I thought, God, I've got to get that, and it was £4.99. I think I paid a little bit more for my mum. I think it was £6 or £7. So I thought £4.99 was pretty good. So I'm looking forward to playing beach cricket. So that's about the size of it. Not much else to say at the moment, but just really happy about getting my manual, and see you all again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.